Hey everyone, my name is Andrea Suarez. I'm the digital marketing manager here at WCI. Today we are going to talk about a question that we actually get really frequently. I already have a waste hauler contract. Can you still help me? And the short answer is yes. And we're going to go over exactly why that is in our presentation today. An insider's look at your waste contract. So having a waste hauler contract is not an obstacle for us. It's actually an opportunity. We are frequently able to renegotiate the terms of your contract with your current vendor. When this is the case, you stay with your service provider but get better rates and more favorable terms. You get recourse for service issues, and your ancillary fees are either eliminated or reduced. I wanted to give like a real world example. So we are actually currently working with this client. Her name is Rhonda Cummins of Presbyterian Homes. She had waste contracts in place, but we were still able to reduce her gross waste expenses by 22% annually. We negotiated several current contracts so that they didn't include ancillary fees. And you all might not actually be completely aware of what ancillary fees are. So if you take a look at your waste invoices, you'll frequently see fees like an admin fee is frequently on there. There's regulatory fees that sometimes appear. Fuel and environmental fees also typically appear. And what we try to do for our clients is either cap or completely eliminate them based on what the hauler is kind of willing to work with us on. And we have actually a really good success rate of doing that. A lot of people assume that those ancillary fees have to be on there, and they don't actually. A lot of haulers are really willing to work with us on that. But for Presbyterian Homes, we also adjusted their service levels since they were being serviced too frequently. And as a result, Rhonda's gross waste savings was $25,000 yearly, or $100,000 in the next 4 years, which is pretty significant. So having a waste contract obviously is not an obstacle for our services. In fact, every client we've had in the past 18 years has had waste contracts in place. And there's a really good reason for this. This is pretty typical because the term length for contracts tend to be so long, and obviously because people need waste services. Most trash hauler service agreements have terms of 5 years. And this means that you only have the opportunity to find better pricing once every 5 years, which we find is typically too long or too much. This is not ideal because so much can change in your area from year to year. There may be better pricing available to you, but you almost certainly can't take advantage of it if you're in the middle of a long contract term. Additionally, your service levels may change significantly over a 5-year period. What you need now may not be what you need in 5 years. When we negotiate our clients' contracts, we include 3-year terms, not 5-year terms. This shorter time frame allows your waste and recycling streams to be reviewed more frequently. It gives us more opportunities to find the best pricing, thus potentially finding additional savings for you, even after our initial audit process is completed. So this is another frequent question that we get that's very much related to this one, it's how likely is it that my contract is a bad one? So that's typically the next question we get. The first question people ask us is, okay, well, I already have a contract. Can you still help me? And this is typically the next one. How likely is it that my contract is actually not that great? There's a really easy way to tell if your contract is costing you. Pull out yours and ask the following questions. Most waste hauler contracts tend to be only a couple pages long. And once you know what you're looking for, it's actually really easy to kind of get a feel for how your contract is costing you. Ask yourself this: does my contract cap or eliminate rate hikes? Is there recourse for service issues? Is there an auto renewal clause? Are my terms limited to 3 years? And are my service levels accurate? If the answer is no to any of these, or if the answer is a maybe, there's a high chance that you're overpaying. In the past 18 years that we've been in business, we've kind of seen consistently that 90% of the companies we work with are overspending by 10 to 35%. Most waste hauler contracts are not structured with the provisions and clauses that will protect your bottom line. Having a current waste hauler contract is not an obstacle for us. Ultimately, it's an opportunity.